The last stop. In the heat, there was a traffic jam for half an hour. He was standing waiting for the bus. She took a long time in the library today. The papers were due soon, so she used to sit there and read for a while. Maybe there was an accident. There were less people helping and more spectators. She stood a little away. The desired bus stopped at the exact place where she was standing. Probably the conductor also went north to see the spectacle of the accident. I boarded and took the seat. He realized that the bus was completely empty. Strange thoughts started coming in his mind. He thought of getting off, but the bus had already started. The speed of the bus was very low. From the words of the conductor and the driver, it was understood that the bus was broken. That's why it was not picking up passengers. He was reading, so the conductor ignored him and did not even take the ticket. They had just reached the signal. When the signal stopped and some people quickly got on the men's side of the bus, she got a little scared, and in an invisible way she came to the seat near the door. The number of men in the bus had increased. His fear was justified. The bus was moving at the speed of a turtle. She thought of getting off at the next stop. Because of the traffic ahead, the bus started moving more slowly. Fergus' mummy came out of his mouth spontaneously. They were all so shocked. Rafia, he asked in surprise. Rafia was now satisfied to some extent. She was very friendly with Fergus' mommy. He turned around and saw many familiar faces among the men. Mushtaq Chacho also waved his hand in response. She started laughing at herself that she was scared a while ago. Then the bus stopped in a rush. Some women and men got on the bus. The bus driver probably thought that as many as get on, if they are allowed to go at the same speed, then what does it matter? He did not ask anyone for the ticket money, neither forbade them to board the bus. The surprising thing for Rafia was that the passengers of the bus today were her acquaintances. Neighbor Niaz Saab's daughter-in-law Samira was with her newborn child. Abu's friend Hafiz Sahib was also in the men's section. The surprising thing was that no one was getting off. They were all passengers of the last stop. While walking, the bus suddenly stopped, and the passengers started getting restless. On the request of the driver, the conductor got down and pushed, but the conductor could not even move the bus now. The passengers got down and pushed with the conductor, and the bus started, and the journey started. Again, he wanted to talk to Fergus' mommy to pass the time, but mommy kept looking at him with empty eyes. Yes, there was definitely sadness and regret in her eyes. Rafia also started looking out of the window. She was dying and wanted to pick up her bag, but it was there when she stayed in the library. Maybe in the next moment she was satisfied, thinking that she didn't lose anything from there. She would find it at the counter the next day. Ferdo's mommy, come to our house, he said with great enthusiasm. I will come very soon, he said in a low tone, and walked aside. The darkness was slowly eating the light of day. She took a quick step and walked towards the house. The door of the house was open, and the sound of the TV was echoing in the house. After closing the door, she entered the house. Ami will surely be in the kitchen. She quietly went and locked the door of her room and lay down on the bed. Today's bus trip was confusing for her. She closed her eyes and wanted to rest. She didn't have the courage to change her uniform. Mom, your door is locked again. Baby Shafia had something to do in her room. Then she found out that the door was locked from inside. The smile spread on Rafia's face. Oh, then the locksmith will have to be called. Mother's worry was justified. Often the room would be locked and then the locksmith would be called. One thing, I don't know where this girl has gone. It's too late today. If Baba asks, then what will you tell me? He started falling in love with his mother. She is not even picking up the phone. There was concern in Shafia's voice. He wanted to get up and go out so that everyone would be satisfied, but he was ill from sleep and exhaustion. After some time, she came out feeling unusual silence. There was chaos in the kitchen. The stove was burning. Shani's laptop was on. The sound of the TV was also blaring. She switched off the stove, switched off the TV, and switched off the laptop and sat on the sofa and started thinking about the situation. Meanwhile, someone entered the room. Firda's mommy, he asked, shocked. Yes, I have come to pick you up. His tone was cold. Where have to go? He asked, looking at their expressionless face. Last stop. They took her hand and she walked with them as usual. I don't know when his steps started walking on the bend. When he looked down, his dead body was being moved in an ambulance, and his loved ones were crying for him. After going up a little, Mommy let go of his hand, and they both dissolved in the air. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.